sure I understand what you're talking about. Because you could be talking about something else.
Nah.
I don't know how deep you want to go. Make it known. Maybe you're not thinking about it enough.
Huh? Yeah, like, is that red? And then he's like, no, there's layers of magenta.
Yeah, that's literally how my brain works. Like, literally. People are like, that's blue. I'm like, no, that's actually fuchsia. Or aquamarine.
That's correct.
A lot of times I do be right. People are like, yeah, like you said, no, we just want, it's fucking green, bro.
I hate that with that slimer green.
That's how my brain works. That's why straightforward questions, you tell me ask me what you really want to ask me, basically, is what I'm saying.
And see, that doesn't work with me when he does that, because I'm like, no, I asked you this, just fucking answer it, or don't answer it. I'm asking you this thing. There's no secret fucking meaning. I'm not asking you a later question.
You gotta and he clarified. Yeah.
He knows his audience, so he's gonna say, all right, this guy, I gotta tell him just A to B.
It's what they say. You can't deal with people the same way. You gotta do.
I deal with everyone the same way. I don't ask fucking complicated questions. I wanted to ask you a complicated question. I would have asked you a complicated question. I asked you, what color is this fucking car? And I know it's red. And you tell me some dumb shit. I'm like, okay, stop.
You don't do that with me. You take my answers.
You know this color, fucking red.
You take my answers. I mean, it's because you know me for a while, but you take my answers.
He's got a Brita filter on his mouth and ears, and he takes it in. He says it in a way that he filters his bullshit. He knows what your answer is.
He would do that. Okay, yeah, red. Like, no, bro. I clearly said magenta.
It's the way you say yeah though.
Red.
It's red.
Like, fuck you, Hook. You know I said magenta, motherfucker. But welcome to Want to Talk About It.
All right.
Karmicdez.
Give it this chat.
Got Zeius.
No,
Retro. We got Theretrogamingdojo.
You gotta do all that.
No, just make sure everybody knows.
They need to Google me like this guy.
We gotta get his YouTube page up.
They gotta check my credentials, man. And they gotta bring that back.
And then you go to the YouTube page, you can see the credentials because everybody we're affiliated with is now on the page. Who was in the? Is that?
So I just popped in. I can't see who else in there. Hold on, let me throw those on so I can see.
I see that. I see Leonard on the bottom.
Leonard and Michael something.
Shane, Mike, what's up, people?
What's good?
Thank y'all for joining. So tonight's episode, we are going to be talking about toxic masculinity and
misogyny.
I came up in my mind. It came in my mind like thinking from the lens of how the world is viewing masculinity right now. Would I be a monster? So we're going to explore that amongst all three of us men in our different modes and see if it's true, which we know it's not, but we're going to see if it's true.
Well, I'm just going to offer this right at the beginning. I personally don't think you're a monster. I already told you earlier. You're just a dick. And some people won't appreciate that. Some people might try to use adjectives like monster to describe your behavior. But I would say that wouldn't be very fair. And there's more nuanced conversation to be had.
Oh, definitely more nuanced conversation. That's why I wanted to bring it here. What about you?
Me?
You've been called an asshole.
And it's right. It's correct.
Where's the badge? Where's it with pride?
I have a jacket right here. Members only.
What year?
86.
86? So, man, you established. You in that thing.
Exactly.
Card carrying?
Day one. Friday evening, 10 p.m. Yep.
What about you? What criticism do you get as being a man?
Criticism? I don't work hard enough.
They call you lazy.
I've been called lazy.
That's fucking crazy. I've never known Chris to be lazy.
You're white.
Scheming. Maybe a little scheming. Not lazy.
Of course I'm being unserious. I've never known you to be lazy ever. The fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's when I get called out, I'm like, okay. That's my game. Okay.
Oh man, that's like a...
I hear some shit like that. I'm like, alright, you got it.
How long?
Yeah, that turns me. You fucking unleash the beast.
So in the area hashtag Me Too, they just say you're lazy. That's crazy. What do they want, like? Is it like they want flowers or? I don't know. Wow, right?
Well,
Right, leaves us kind of bamboozled because at the end of the day, we're just being men, but ultimately we're just being ourselves. I'm pretty sure all the guys watching right now, y'all relate. We're just being ourselves. We didn't know being ourselves was such a big issue, big problem. Like, what's the issue? Because I mean, I know I didn't grow up with a man consistently to kind of sculpt and mold myself after. It was all, I guess, archetypes and prototypes that I've seen in like entertainment, TV, other family members, and stuff like that, documentaries,
right.
Old texts, stuff like that, scriptures. That kind of helped me kind of mold my idea of how men operate, kind of weeding out, good and bad of how men move through the world. I know both of y'all had y'all's dads around.
Yeah.
For me, well, with my dad being in the military, it was kind of on and off thing because of appointments and stuff. But for me, more so, not only him, but uncles, and with my dad's family, him being the youngest of 4 siblings, and all of his older siblings already having kids way before I was born, because there's a sizable age gap between them. I had a lot of older cousins to look up to as well, like first, second, third cousins type shit. So like, I got a lot of first and second cousins that are older than me, like people that were already out in the house when I was like still a kid and shit, that kind of thing. So like, I was seeing that as well growing up. We go back to visit family, and you see older cousins, you see uncles and stuff. So I had a lot of different examples of manhood and just different things, and then you have people, my mom or my dad telling me like, you laugh about stuff, but then it's like, don't do that. And I was always kind of just taught how I was raised. Do as I say, not as I do type of thing. And I really kind of followed that to a T, because that's just how my dad raised me, man. Like, I may not do this, but you don't need to do what I'm doing. Period.
Did you understand that at the time?
I didn't question a ton of things at the time. I know a lot of people now, especially in our generation, get older and they're like, oh, your parents weren't doing this and this and that, blah, 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 blah. And, you understand certain things later, but then you're like, oh, your parents are hypocrites. But I never kind of saw it that way, even when I got older, because I understood very quickly into my adolescence, like around, getting into middle school, later years of elementary, going into middle school, that just certain things they were telling me were for my own good, just in general. And I just had to mature very quickly anyway, because like I said, dad's on deployments and stuff. My mom needs me to be able to take care of myself, because she's still working. She's going to college. I have to, not be a kid.
Develop self-sufficiency.
Yeah, I had to be self-sufficient really quickly. So, knowing the value of money, parents telling you, hey, all this fantasy shit isn't real. No, we need you to be, on point now. And also, you're a representation of us, so we need you to reflect the best part of us when I step out into the house. Because there's going to be preconceived notions and all sort of shit. And so that just kind of crafted my personality and how I treat people and how I deal with people. And again, with the different examples, I had a lot of bad examples of manhood dealing with some of my relatives, because my family's from New Orleans, got a lot of players and shit like that in the family. And so I had a lot of fuck niggas in the fucking family, just to keep it real. So I saw a lot of bad examples of what not to do as a man. people with problems with taking care of kids and women issues and all this other shit. And it's like, my dad was super adamant about not being that. Because there was, don't be a stereotype, pro-black everything, and be a good example, and be treated women a certain way, and all that kind of type of shit. So, but having those kind of values could be perceived as misogynistic. And I always joke about it on the show. Mm-hmm. At the risk of being a misogynist, I say it all the time.
Yeah, you do.
But I know that, and I don't care what anyone says about me. I'm like, I know what I'm doing is right, regardless of how you fucking feel.
Right.
You're doing what you need to know is right, and you're doing it.
Exactly. Like, okay, so you get offended because, I have this feeling about how a man and woman's relationship could be in the traditional sense, because I would consider myself a traditionalist. You can just fuck off, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, that's how I feel about those gender dynamics. All right.
What about you, Chris?
Well, had a military father too, but only till I was in 2nd grade. Then he did the prison guard, and then he went to truck driving. So between the army or truck driving, I saw my dad like in a month, maybe 4 days. And he'd come in, do some stuff, and be back on the road. So I had, like you gotta take care of mom. You gotta mature faster. You gotta, make time to play around more. Yeah, you get time to have fun with your friends or whatever, but you gotta be the example. And I had to help pull weight. My mom was losing her vision and stuff, so we didn't know where that was going when I was younger, so I had to wrap my mind around that. I respected my dad. His influence was felt in the house, and a foundation was grounded. Right. But my mom did a lot of the legwork, I guess you could say. Big veil, pulled over when I was older, but I definitely, all the chips are in to believe what she and or my dad said was gospel. Sky could be green. Okay.
But
maybe my vision's I'm colorblind. But so that was a life-changing kind of moments when I filtered through what was in my later opinion utter bullshit or different from where I want to be in life. But younger, was grounded. Too busy to do anything else but be busy. I'm doing stuff for the school, for scouts, sports. Like, goddamn, I played basketball at the Boys and Girls Club, 1st grade to 8th grade. I wasn't doing that. I was doing other sports. Every day of the week, I had sometimes bring in 2 or 3 different either uniforms or clothing changes to different things of the week.
So
in school.
What I'm picking up, you didn't really get a chance to interact with your child self after a certain point.
Yeah.
And you really didn't get a chance to even reflect on that because you kept yourself so fucking busy. Even to this day.
Yeah, that's why when
and they call you lazy.
I take a small break and they're like, "Hey man, when you used to be like that, yeah, but I taught people how to do it." Well, they're not really doing it. Do you think you can get back to how you used to be? What am I not doing now? Oh well, you're really kind of lazy. Oh, okay.
That's what it is now. They see the work in you. And
I laid the ones that I train. They might not have the same either work ethic or drive, so then the slack needs to be picked up. Yeah. But you have to always, wherever you go, do your best, but also train replacements because you're not going to be able to do that forever.
Right.
And I'd rather go somewhere, leave an environment, especially like the military or whatever, leave that station and go somewhere else. I don't want to hear that, man, I wish Chris Spears was here. No, I want to hear that they had no more problems. They just kept following how we were doing things while I was there. Right. You should never be the, man, I wish that guy was, maybe, he's coking and joking or whatever, but as far as doing something.
For morale, but not for the work.
Yeah.
The work should never be.
Yeah, I miss that guy. He used to do this and help the shop, da. Or no, he used to do this, he used to do that, and he even did that. No, I'm trading the replacements.
but one thing I learned from one of my managers when I worked at Freddy's is that no, seriously, like because he got to ask this kind of like the same question from you. He was asked to train people to work like he did. And it's like, bro, you gotta understand, the way I work is not just a summation of the 6 months of the year that I've worked here. It's a summation of the fucking 38 years of my life that I've lived up to this point.
Yeah, he can train somebody how to do something, but he can't train them to be you.
I can't give someone the mornings I had to wake up to go work out with my dad at the gym. I can't give someone the experience of my dad telling me, hey, you need to wake up. You need to wake up for school every morning because your mom works overnight. She has to sleep in the morning, and I'm not going to be here. You need to be up and get yourself ready. You need to make your own damn breakfast. You need to get your own fucking clothes ready and get all the fucking shit ready so you can go to school every day. You need to be responsible for all that. I can't teach you none of that shit.
I'm sorry to interject, but you being the only kid, and you're the only kid too, right? But you kept yourself busy externally.
Externally, then even the times I was at home, we had 2, 3 extra kids there. I was doing something.
He kept himself busy internally. You didn't necessarily avoid your emotions. You drowned them in your video games.
Played a lot of video games, and then like you mentioned the only child thing. I had friends, but like because of the whole, hey, parents are gone a lot of the time, and they were also very strict. Yeah, when they're not at work, I'm really not seeing my friends very often.
Right.
It's like you're at the house, no one can come here.
You can't go nowhere.
You can't go anywhere.
Do your homework, make sure that alarm is set, maybe get some food in, you go to bed.
So, and there were times where that kind of got flexible, but then there were times where it wasn't flexible. And I was just sitting in the house every fucking day.
Right.
Like literally, school, back home, that's it. And then if it's the summertime, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Just waking up every day and just chilling. So, a lot of fucking, self-discipline there.
Yeah.
I might do some dumb shit every once in a while. I'm still a child.
But it's within realm. You can still control it.
Yeah.
I think we had phones back then at every house we went to.
Yeah.
That my mom and dad were like, hey, if you leave here at 8 in the morning or something, damn sure by noon or earlier, we need to know where you're at. Call us from one of the homes. Everybody had a phone.
Yeah.
That was my thing. They were just wanting to know where I was or where I might end up, just in case there's a problem. Shit happens. I'm on a bike, could fall, ran over. I don't know.
That makes sense. Yeah, and that's lost these days. Yeah, it really is lost these days. Parents want
I definitely have to check in.
You need to have your cell phone on you at all times, even in school. I don't give a fuck what that teacher says. It's like, no, you didn't even grow up like that. What are we doing?
There needs to be a disconnect. Like you can't expecting the kid and parents and everybody just always be at the beck and call just because the screen lights up.
I think it creates a certain type of anxiety.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you're always like, did it go off? Did I have the ringer on?
Mm-hmm.
But to steer the ship back to the subject at hand.
Like I was saying earlier, like me, I didn't. Like you knew me a little bit in high school. You knew me in elementary. Like Leonard, he might still be watching. Leonard and Will probably know me as like amongst the guys, and Mike probably know me like the most.
I don't know if that's just from my service.
Are you freezing up over there?
No, I'm good over here.
All right,
It's a little bit behind, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, it's the broadcast lag. But I learned to essentially bottle up my emotions. The way I was explaining to my sisters, like I was able to. Most of them. There's some I indulge in, like anger, because apparently my shadow side likes to dwell in rage. So once that's it's like, oh yeah, here we are. Right? But overall, I'm like, I more or less inspect the emotion.
Okay, so you just mentioned that. So, we were talking about toxic masculinity and stuff. I know for me, I bottle up my anger. And that has been a big flaw for me. And as I've gotten older, I've talked about it more. But there are a lot of people who are like, that's a very toxic trait of masculinity, not sharing your feelings on stuff.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, not speaking for anyone else, I have found that is not been useful to me to constantly, not constantly, but mention that a lot to people. Because there's a lot of judgment that gets made when they hear that about a person. Oh, well, you're like that all the time? They're wary, or maybe they think something's wrong with you, or something like that. That's just in my experience.
Well, the thing about it, it's all really just misunderstanding and miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know where your root anger comes from, but you know where it comes from, and I'm pretty sure it's not from a place of hate. I know you.
I mean, sometimes it does.
If it does, though, it's dessert. You don't walk out the door.
It's not often. I'll say that.
But yeah, you know. But like I said again, you know.
Mostly, it's from annoyance. I'll say that. So it's not.
You hate an annoyance, not necessarily.
Yeah.
The being
it's not
of,
usually hate.
It's
the
being
annoyance.
of the yeah, right? So yeah, it's not just like it's a miscommunication.
Yeah.
Like it's toxic, yeah, but when you start to ask people and you start to peel back the layers, it's just a miscommunication. A lot of times we don't even understand where it comes from. But once we start to understand where it comes from, we kind of, all right, I remember this. My sister used to do that shit to me. Yeah, okay.
I think
that's where that line comes from. All right.
I think for me, it's, we were talking about the thing with parents and not realizing stuff and shit like that. And I think for me, it's just the annoyance of having to deal with the things that that are like, that's bullshit, right?
Yeah, that's.
But you just deal with it because
it's family.
It's hey,
it's mom.
This is what needs to be done. But looking back on it, it's like, man, that absolutely could have been handled differently, and they knew it could. But this is just how this is the rules, right?
You gotta accept that now.
Yeah, and like
you're not old enough to make them, so
right. I'm not old enough to make those damn decisions. But I think a lot of it comes from that. You deal with that for so long, and then you get older, and it's like, okay, I'm not dealing with that kind of. Because the battery power is low.
Notification, yeah.
It was like, okay, you're getting low. We're gonna stop the broadcast because your battery power is getting low. That's the only thing I think of, just to save the battery.
Yeah.
If it takes a C, there's a charger on that wall right there.
Oh, we're good. We're gonna finish this out. Like I said, it said we got an hour left on there, so I mean, we got a good maybe 30 minutes, so maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
We've got at least about 30 minutes already, so yeah, we can go ahead and start to round this thing out. We'll go to infinity. We can go to this thing dies at this point because this is a good episode. I'm mad at everybody. Fucking technical difficulties. Golly.
Yeah, it's always something, bro.
Well, your mental maturity at a younger age had to drop decades ahead of itself. So then everybody that you were dealing with on the daily, that was your friends or students and such, they're so fucking dumb in your eyes because you had to do all this yourself.
So that like, again with the annoyance thing. Again with the annoyance thing, right? It's like, why do you have anger issues? Well, imagine mentally being in like 18, 19, 20 years old from middle school to the end of high school, because I've had to essentially keep up a household since then. So then you're dealing with folks, and then it's just like little shit. And if somebody says something, you're like, nigga, what? What do you mean? Blah, 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 da, da, da.
Now he knows what I'm talking about.
Like, why can't you do that, sir?
Why don't you just respond surface level, Hook?
So anyway, it's just like someone does some dumb shit, and you're like, why would you do that? Blah, 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 blah. Nigga, how old are we? What?
They didn't have that either, father in the house to basically grab them a little bit and, hey.
No, man, because not everybody I fucked with didn't have their fucking dad right. Almost all my friends, dad was around or stepdad was around in some fucking capacity. And the two niggas I can think of whose dad wasn't around, they mama fucking got in their ass every day. You know who I'm talking about. Leonard and fucking Manuel.
Yeah.
Beat them niggas' ass. So Dad didn't need to be around. She set them straight.
Yeah.
But like everyone else, though, you know what I'm saying? There was some kind of male figure around to kind of like help with guidance a little bit, you know? And it's like, there's sometimes you hear something and you're just like, nigga, what? No, what? Alright, bro. just shit like that sometimes. And then even that, I mean, not even like with the homies, just like with people you deal with. Again, under the misogynist thing, some of these women have had to deal with. And you're like, how old are you? Like, why are you doing this? What? But, you know.
Accidents happen. Some people reveal themselves later. Sometimes your discernment doesn't kick in when it's supposed to. Sometimes you just straight barrel past your discernment. I mean...
And then sometimes people have traumas that they don't ever deal with.
Yeah.
It's easier to bottle it up.
True. What annoys me is
bottle
when
up.
they acknowledge that there's a problem and then they don't try to address it. I do address the anger thing. Again, I do talk about it, and then I don't try to lash out on people. I have other things I do to deal with those things. That's why I keep to myself. I read. I do my gaming thing, and I let people know like boundaries. Like, hey, I'm about to go do this. Like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, I try not to be mean about it. Like,
Or they don't catch on sometimes.
Or they usually don't. Or I am hanging out.
And that's why I'm straightforward. Sometimes you gotta be a dick, man.
You do.
Hard raging dick.
If I'm hanging
But again,
out.
that's what they call toxic masculinity. But it's like, no, I'm asserting myself. This is how men assert ourselves. Women go about asserting themselves a different way than men do.
Right. It's like if I tell you, hey, I just need a moment, or I need to separate myself from the situation. That should be enough, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm telling you what I need to do to deal with what I have going on. It's like, well, what's this? No, I just need to. That's it. I just need to separate from the situation. There's nothing else there. But I'll get called toxic because I don't want to talk about it. Well, what I'm trying to do is decompress.
Yeah, and you would they want the respect that they want you to give, but you want their respect to see how you need to handle it
Right.
as well.
And that's not always a men and women interaction, because I've had to do that with men as well. Like, hey, I'm just trying to decompress, bro. Chill the fuck out. So don't just think that's just a misogyny thing. No, that happens with both sexes or any non-binary folks.
Happens with other people in general.
Other people in general, yes.
Just generally other people. Just sometimes dealing with other people is draining. And you might catch a motherfucker at the wrong time, and it's not nothing to do with you personally.
Right.
And sometimes, and you got to be able to step back for a second and be like, hey, that sounded like it was personal, but you don't know me. Therefore, it can't be personal.
And then you just made him even mad. If it was in that direction of the conversation, right?
But it is so like that's how I thought. You know, like again, I kind of okay. Here's the emotion. Here's the anger. What the fuck going on here? Okay, figured it out. Until it's like really time to be like, and I'm starting to go to that point where it's like, all right, this motherfucker needs to be checked. Hey, hanger. Go do your worst.
When I found like the epiphany about myself, that I can go to concerts and just wreck on people, and they do it with a smile on their face, I said, "Oh, this is great."
The
release. The release. So, man, anytime in the Navy stuff, some bullshit was going on, I'd look at the calendar. Oh, I got a concert in 2 weeks, so I can do this, and just bottle it up, take it to the show, and don't walk out with it.
That's why you go to concerts.
That is why I go to concerts. I go to all types.
That is great.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man, you can just go in the pit if there's one, or start one. There's a video of me Tiff found a long time ago at a concert in the middle of what they call a wall of death.
Oh.
It's like Braveheart. The sides just run into each other.
Like a club or auditorium?
And I was cheering all night. I was up front, one of the singer, and he was like, "Who the fuck keeps saying wall of death? All right, get your ass in the middle." And they put me in the middle of it, and they start the song. And I had never been in so much pain yet. I loved every second of it. Just hundreds of people trying to get to me and just fucking pound me. Back in Pantera when they were around, oh my god, high school.
Oh, goodness.
Pantera, man. Those were shows.
I wonder what the fuck you were in a past life. That sounds like some warrior shit. I'm out there trying to get out of the adrenaline.
That's it. You just take it on the dance floor and leave it there.
That's dope.
It's fun.
Learning things about you. That's dope. I like this woman. As I said, we definitely should do more of these topics.
Yeah.
That kind of, because even like men, whatever, we can relate to these topics because we all fucking do it. I can almost guarantee every man that's watching this, especially if they grew up with a single mom, is going to relate to each one of the things we said tonight. I guarantee it. And women can watch this and be like, okay, that's what's going on. Yeah, motherfucker, that's what's going on. And so you keep, and we're trying to, okay, she's pissing me off. My boss done pissed me off today. These kids are annoying me, and I got to pay these bills. Somebody's about to fucking get it.
All over.
Right?
The next 35 years or whatever.
So it's like, yeah, like, just chill. I heard you the first time. And I'm telling you I heard you the first time. Make sure I communicated for the third time that I told you the first time that I heard you the first time.
Or
Then come back. Did you hear me? That's why I'm going to text me. If you didn't text me, I didn't hear it, I didn't see it, you didn't tell me shit. I don't care what it is. Now, granted, I did get in trouble with that in the marriage. It was like, did you pay the rent today? Fuck. Did you text me? You motherfucker!
hold on.
I'm bold. I knew what was coming.
Look, it's a mirror.
I knew what was coming, and I still went there.
Well, I mean, if you're going to go down, take a few out with you while you go down, right?
Exactly. But I told you to fucking text me. Call him, tell him it's going to be late.
Like mom telling you, go to your room. You still say shit on the way going, but you're going to end up there. So you might as well get up on your chest.
I can say personally, I never had a conversation like that because I was always on point with my bill shit. You know, especially when I was at the prison because I only got paid once a month, so everything got paid as soon as my check hit.
You're probably just direct withdrawal.
You know, automatic.
I don't do anything automatic if I can help it.
Oh, leave your shit, baby. You're not gonna take our money before we divvy our money up to you first.
No.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
And now what I do now, because I don't like how long they take to fucking
pull it out,
pull the money out. Yep. I have a separate checking account
because that's
just for paying bills.
Yes,
so
I would suggest everybody does.
I do a fucking. I see what the bill is. Mm-hmm. I round up to the nearest dollar.
Got to.
I put that in the second account. Make that payment. Whoop. Make that payment. Up. This is what I got left for the month. Because what was happening too often, man, is you know I do the payment processing, and it's like, okay, this is a debit payment. It should only take a day at most.
I'll do it this day.
They'll do like 3 to 5 days. I'm like, okay, these are getting longer and longer to process. You know, and they do that so they can get you to do the auto shit, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
I remember there'd be shit you want to get, but you're like, man, they ain't taking money.
Yeah, my money's still pending. Yeah. Or even the bank account back, 20 years ago wouldn't release the funds, even though that they were there, because they were still pending and stuff. Yeah. You could have an extra $150 or something, but you got a couple of pending deposits that are like, hey man, given the algorithm, you're going to be running out of money before we get that, so now you can't handle that.
Yep. So I got a separate account now just for that, and like right now, I got an automatic payment that I'm very upset about, but this new fiber internet, they don't do fucking.
They're gonna get you all the way together.
They don't do manual payments. It's just how it is. And I'm like, okay, well, want my bill to be cheaper for my internet, so that's how I'm just gonna have to take that L. But yeah, everything else, I'm talking about everything. My mortgage, my payment on my loan for my solar panels, everything is manual, bro. I don't do shit. Fucking automatic. And honestly, I think it helps me keep up with my bills more because, you know, most people,
you're held accountable.
Yeah,
You see.
I'm always thinking about my money. So it's just like, okay, every month I know, in a month, all right, let me see what's due.
That's the game. That's why they want everything digital. You can give you direct deposit. You can get your insurance taken out automatically.
Your money, you can have it electronic.
You know, direct deposit your money, and you can set it. You can actually set it before you get your paycheck where you want all your money to go. So you don't ever see your fucking money. We take care of everything for you digitally. You don't worry about your money.
Speaking of that, I need to check my car insurance.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
We were just talking about
every time somebody starts talking about money, I get itchy too. I start going in, looking at my Bitcoin, all my stocks and shit, look at my money. Okay, what can I do tomorrow to maximize these moves that I made today?
I just was like, oh shit, my car insurance.
Grown folk moment.
Let me go check on that. Oh, okay, cool. Still got like 10 days, so go ahead and make that payment right now.
You see, and talking about money, you know, we kind of, for the most part, you can say we kind of all grew up in single mom homes. You know, we got child support every now and again and whatnot. And it was helped.
Nah, I wouldn't know about that.
I mean, there is child support. Your dad had a child, he was supporting you. So, my thing was candy. I did candy and cutting grass. Halloween was my favorite time of the year. Not because I got to eat a lot of candy. No.
You had to stock up?
Because I got to stock up for free. That was all profit, baby.
Mm-hmm.
This hit every house in 5 neighborhoods. And you hold off 2-3 weeks. Don't eat none of that candy. Let it sit for about 2-3 weeks. Sit on the product.
See if the trade goes up in value. Hey, yo, I got some twists.
It's got no choice to go up in value. In 6th grade, 3 weeks later, vending machines, you got the vending machine money, or you can come to me.
It's very smart. I remember one year, my mom bought a bunch of candy. I said, why are you buying all this candy?
Yeah.
I said, why are you buying all this candy? You gotta work. She had to work that night. I was like, well, you know, I thought maybe you might want to pass out candy. I'm thinking in my mind, nigga, I'm about to be trick-or-treating. What the fuck? I'm sitting on the porch. Of course, I didn't say it to my mom, but that's what ran through my mind. Like, nigga, what?
She read your eyes.
It's like, right.
I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna
she
do
said
that.
it like that, knowing damn well what he's on.
I'm not gonna do that, but you know.
It's like a Snoop Dogg video. No parties, no girls, and you keep that dog pound out there.
I go to trick or treating. We come past my house. I'm like, let me go ahead and let shower real quick. So go open the door, hook up. I got a ton of candy, bro, because she bought a bunch. I'm like, I don't know why she bought like 10 candy. So I hooked my boys up with a bunch of shit. We came by my house twice. I was out there Willy Wonka and shit.
No, Willy Wonka would have made them do something strange for a little piece of cocoa.
Willy Wonka, the first Squid Games.
He might have been the real Diddy for real. Just saying. The Oompa Loompas? That's a freaky ass nigga. I don't know what the fuck Willy Wonka got going on.
The fuck is that? So you kicked one of my Oompa Loompas.
I'm glad I took the time to read that book because he's like so much worse.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's why I said, bro.
Fucking asshole, bro.
Think about it. The Diddler and Willy Wonka together is a horrible combination.
I mean,
drug baby oil and chocolate together.
Willy Wonka for the truck and the copyright, and blasting bad boy music.
I will say this though about Wonka. He does warn everybody. Don't touch shit.
I'll find out.
Follow me.
He's
and
like
you'll make it to the end.
He's like Jigsaw. You walk into your own. He lets your ego take. He tells your ego is about to fuck you up. You're like, no, it's not. My ego is not about to fuck me up. He walks right into the fuck up.
He just lets it happen. And then he hits you with the Ivan Drago. If he dies,
he doesn't let him happen. He tells him, don't do what the fuck is on your mind to do? Because I see it in your eyes.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
want to do it, don't do it. It's going to turn out bad for you.
What I'm saying is, when they're
coming
to death, he just sits up with the ivory dog. They're going to die.
Yeah.
In that pool of chocolate.
Save them! I tried to.
Remember when I gave you a warning beforehand? Remember I let you taste some? I told you not to taste anymore. Let's go.
I'm not touching any kids after what happened last time.
Oh.
Horrible, dark joke, I know, but it's partly truthful.
That's a crazy ass book, man. I never finished the second one though.
He's a fragment of the Pied Piper, isn't he? Like the archetype of the Pied Piper.
I don't think so, but I may be wrong.
And the Pied Piper led kids to their death.
Definitely did.
Through treats and snacks and music.
And at least in the movie, he played the pipe at the beginning.
Just play the pipe.
Right?
I don't remember if he plays one in the book. It's been a long time since I read it.
I would hate hearing that noise after about the second time. Fuck, one of y'all is about to die. Horribly, you know that, right?
What do you mean? Something can happen to you? No, nothing's gonna happen to me because I know how to follow fucking instructions.
We got my kid 2 days ago. Trying to get him to more descriptive write. You know, like write a description, like not just go to the car, go to the blue car that's outside. It's also hot, cold, etc. Stuff like that, right?
Does your son know how to write in cursive?
He knows how to write his name in cursive. That is it.
Okay,
Start.
And Christopher is a long ass word.
That's awesome.
With a lot of
That's awesome.
cursive. You can do Christopher.
You don't need cursive. But it helps develop your mind.
And when they get older, what's his signature?
Yeah.
What is that?
It keeps you from copying my signature, you fucking prick.
It's all electronic. They'll do it for you. You don't have to
I don't
worry.
even use calculators, unless
Use
I
your
have to.
fingerprint now. You don't even need to sign.
Fingerprint is right.
I'm wondering when they're gonna start, chipping us like out of time.
Are you talking about like your credit card and all that stuff? Dude, they had that as an option a while back. They previewed it down in
I just want credit sticks.
it's
Yeah, man, I mean, we kind of have that with the card. You just tap.
Oh, they had down in South Padre, all the little college girls were getting their little. It was like a digital thing of their ID and their credit cards, and they could just. Ding. I was like, oh hell no!
Look at you.
College girls is perfect
Hold on.
for the setup.
I'm gonna be a little racist here.
Please.
Look at all you white people. Just letting yourselves get branded like slaves. Just volunteering to be the victims that you want to be so badly.
You sound like Anton Daniels. He just said that 2 days ago.
Brava.
He said somebody got ran over
Brava.
in one of the
Marches.
Yeah. He's like, how did you get ran over? And I was driving straight, and there was nobody in front of me before you got ran over. How did you magically end up under my car? He's like, these people are throwing themselves under cars and moving traffic.
On that subject, the smartest thing I saw out of all that was them figuring out how to stop the self-driving cars to use them as stationary, and at the time when they needed to, mobile fire sacks.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, why bring anything to the riots or whatever? You
gotta
just
know.
stop the car.
That's what I'm saying with the AI episode. I wanted to go deep. So I asked AI, it's like, I forgot what its rules are basically. It's basically got the 3 rules from
iRobot.
yeah.
Oh, the cars?
I don't know about all the cars, but when I asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is running off OpenAI,
Yeah.
a lot of this AI is running off OpenAI, so it's programmed with the laws. It's like, that's fucking crazy. It's like, I'm programmed to get the guys. I was like, well, basically,
The 3 laws of robotics.
yeah, it was like, I don't want to give you wrong answers.
Get your Chuck Taylor's way.
It was almost kind of fucking scary.
I mean, look, bro, all this shit is these motherfuckers that are working on this stuff, they want to see the things that they were written about in books and seen in movies. They want to make that shit a reality.
I'm going to give me a Sammy.
My only problem about that is, me personally, I'm like, bro, iRobot and Terminator right there.
You need a Sammy.
Avoid that.
And then Skynet is here, but you need a Sammy, bro. You need you specifically. So that when you're angry, and Sammy be like, I've got it, master. It just starts berating him in robot.
Digital spit.
Ones and zeros and shit.
Imagine my Android and your Android going at it.
Staring at each other, the eye flickering shit.
Whoa, 1-0. Shit.
Watching the battery level drop. Yeah, see who's gonna win. It's like a Pokemon battle.
It would be convenient to have like a robot butler.
Gotta plug my Android.
I can finally have someone cook for me. That'd be so convenient.
That is it. If I could have like a chef.
I'd have a chef. I'd have someone
Make
house
sure you can't
chores.
kill
I could
anything.
focus on
Throw a
other
knife at me or anything. But yeah, chef.
Yeah,
I'm
shit.
like
I mean, that's what I want.
the Back to the Future where you just put something in, hit a few buttons, and fuck, there it is. All right.
I won't mind for the conversation.
Have me
Go
do
back
some,
and forth.
have me do some, repairs in the home. Shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like that Megatron shit. Being able to always talk to himself. This is a good idea. Yes. Who the fuck are you talking to? The only smart one in here. Me.
On movies,
Fucking beast work.
we went and saw 28 Years Later today.
Oh, how was that?
I think I had my expectations too high.
I'm glad you didn't tell me about it then.
Well, no, it is not. I'm gonna judge it. It was not bad, but it was. They already said when during 2 weeks before release that this was going to lead off to other things. So that was a shot in my foot already. I was like, wait, after 28 years we ain't got no fucking fix to this, resolution to this. Oh my
Of course
god!
not, Chris. It's a zombie apocalypse. That's the end of the world, bro.
Yeah, for 28 years,
Bro.
these zombies, they gotta die, they gotta mutate, they gotta do something I don't know.
I mean, realistically.
As good as that first two were, especially the first one, I just wanted this to be the period at the end of the sentence. That's my main thing. And they wrote it a very well way that, if they want to, they have an exit.
My issue with zombie stories is basically summed up in the Zombie Survival Guide. If you've ever had the time to read that.
The CDC one?
It's a kind of a parody book, but it's written as a parody, but it's also written in a way that's serious, and it's basically how steps to take to survive a zombie apocalypse if you approach it realistically, right? And realistically, zombies are supposed to be dead, so they should decay. So if you just hold up somewhere where they can't get to you, eventually you won't have to worry about anything.
I don't think that's how that works. I think their mind is dead.
Well,
Your
your muscles, your tendons, everything that your brain could be alive, but if your muscles and all deteriorate just as they would atrophy short term or long term in a hospital, why the fuck are zombies walking and running and shit? If their tendons and stuff had atrophy.
And that was the thing the book brought up as a point, where if this were actually something that could happen, realistically, you would only have to survive for like a month.
So there's
Because they would
just
just fall apart. Just if they were decaying like this and being out, say you live here in Texas, and it's the middle of summer, body's dead, it'll decompose. And
in the sun, if they don't have enough brain understanding to get out of the heat, they're gonna fucking cook. Even their dead brain or whatever would be left over wouldn't be able to function the rest of the body.
So would we have zombie vultures after that? Or zombie buzzards?
I mean,
how does that work? Is it blood transfer? Or is it
yeah.
So and that was another question it raised. It was like,
it won't be around because they'll eat all of us.
It was like, well, do animals get infected? Some animals eat dead flesh. Do they even get affected by this quote unquote virus? Vultures, crawfish, any kind of bottom feeder. Mm-hmm. Are they even affected?
Yeah,
they pose those kind of questions. It's an interesting read. I got to get myself a copy of it again. But that was a big thing. It was like, okay, well, it was like,
what's the transmission rate?
Don't get a house by a lake because the water will cause them to decompose less, and that would be a risk. You would go in the water and you're still alive. in
They're
the
just
water.
kind of sapping around in there. So
They just fucking grab you and then, GG's.
It's like the grabbing the protists, the bacteria.
So it was like, dope, do that. There was a bunch of just different stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Blunt objects instead of sharp objects.
That's
Preferably bows, crossbows, things like that nature instead of actual guns.
That's why I wanted the 28 Day series. Like, it wasn't a zombie, it was an anger disease
Yeah.
that they were working on in the lab. So I was like, but still, at the end of the day, your body and everything's chemistry is different. So you would. And they tested it out in the very first film. 20 days later, they had that one out in the field that they were trying to chain up. And, I mean, it was wrong in there for on the camera there. They definitely should have grabbed another white guy and put on the chain. In that movie, that cheated me out so much that pretty much, other than the girl, the only other black person in the whole film, there he was. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious?
But didn't those movies take place in like Britain or something?
Yeah, they all are Britain. And then this third one, you want to see much of zombie dick floating around? All the zombies' clothes,
Whoa.
they got a little accurate. They ain't wearing clothes.
Wow.
And there's a pregnant one and stuff. Like, this doesn't ruin the film.
That would fuck me up.
How are these things procreating? How are they even getting together long enough to,
You're going to be on an expedition. Is that one carrying low?
Yeah. I will say the child actor that's the main antagonist of the film. You know, I don't know if
The child actor is an antagonist?
this child actor was a fucking amazing actor, and he might be 12, 13 maybe. No older than 15 probably, but damn, I was so impressed with his acting. Like, he really pulled me into the what they were doing with the movie. I was like, fuck. So even a tearjerker at the end. It wasn't a dry eye in the stadium. I looked back and I was like, fuck, alright, glossy. Alright. We all gonna walk out here looking like we all smoked. I ain't teared up like that. Damn, dude, you got it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't the movie I thought it was because I just wanted a bunch of fucking answers and just to be done with it. But
Well, you know, they probably just kept it open because, like, hey, these movies traditionally do well. We want to make more. We want to make more money. So
yeah, they introduced at the end in some type of way another like Negan character.
yeah.
So I'm like, why y'all copying the fucking Walking Dead here? Don't.
That's one of the things that I kind of don't like about zombie stuff.
Yeah.
Is
It's a new
that
prototype now.
it's kind of like, well, if they're decaying. So I kind of like when you have alternative means of zombies, where it's like you said, in that it's not really, they're not zombifying, they're like just completely like brainwashed people essentially.
Select angered. I guess not a zombie.
What was it? Last of Us. They're like it's fungus.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I
I
know
know
a lot
it's a
of
video game. I didn't watch the show.
I know a lot of people don't like that, but that's something that exists in nature.
That makes perfect sense.
There's a fungus that does that.
What, they dust it or something and it spores in the air?
Well, no, there's an actual fungus that does that to insects. It'll if the spores will
I think a
infiltrate.
certain species of caterpillar too.
They'll infiltrate, insects, and then they will essentially use the insect to spread the spores. So, like, once they do that, they completely fucking rot out the brain and whatever they're possessing. It's essentially functionally dead at that point. And the fungus just drags it to the place where it can spread, and it dies. There's parasites that do the same thing. So it's
Nature is crazy.
yeah. There's the one where it was like, what was I saw? It was almost like some kind of ringworm or something that gets into mantises.
Oh yeah, and
And it stays in its body until it can get the water, because that's how they spread it, through bodies of water. And the mantis gets in the water, and then this thing fucking gets out of its body, and then it dies because it's usually dead.
Whoa. I'm gonna look
I
that
watched
up.
like a time lapse video of it. You see this long worm coming out the fucking mantis's mouth, and and then it just falls over dead. And this thing is
Using
just
it like a fucking kaiju.
It's nasty, bro.
I'm gonna look this video up. That's how disgusting that shit is.
Yeah, that's the like above moral combat kind of kill. I'll just use your body and
Yeah, the fungus I'm thinking of, they like target ants and shit, and they'll go into the ant mound. And,
What? Yeah. It's crazy.
So I'm thinking about time we wrap it up.
yeah.
Remember, fellas, wrap it up.
Don't be
Yes.
poor after 12.
Don't be like Anthony Edwards.
Unless you
Or-
pay off all that child support.
Or
I mean, that's cool, but he could have just wrapped it up, bro. It really would have been that simple. Like, you know you didn't want to get that girl pregnant.
or they could have not done what they did. You know, there's options, definitely options. But go ahead, like, subscribe, watch us on YouTube, Spotify. I'm Karmicdez. The guy's black, and this guy's white with an exclamation point.
Or a question mark.
You gotta Google it to find out.
Exactly. Watch out for the Fantastic Four and what's the other one?
I don't know, but we got the reservations for Fantastic Four. Oh yeah, we're gonna give y'all
We're
a
going to
review
be
on that.
doing some movie reviews coming up pretty soon, so watch out for those.
Mhm. So damn, oh my god, I was gonna say something else or something. I just lost it. Fuck. I need to definitely start getting my sleep because I've lost so many thoughts. I lost like 500 ideas in 3 days.
Would you say your mind warps and bends? Maybe count to 10?
Airbender that shit.
I was trying to catch it, like I said.
Andre Ben,
Yeah. Equipment eye.
welcome to the Lions Den.
Yep. But anyway, dominate y'all's night, dominate y'all's day. We'll catch y'all next time. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. At the end of the day, you're not toxic, probably, depending on who you are.
You might be, though.
Possibly.
We're not saying you aren't, but don't let people gaslight you into thinking that every facet of masculinity is toxic, because it's not. And there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. You're just a toxic person, whether you're male or female. Just want to put that in there.
We're all inclusive. We're being diverse and equitable. Y'all believe it, yeah, not me. Y'all wanted this. Catch y'all next time. Again, dominate your night, dominate your day. We out.